welcome race fans to Talladega Super Speedway with the Super Speedway Cup League. We're here for round number 4. I do believe, and I am Dakota Erman, joined by Steven Azeni, John Westling pushing the buttons on the cameras, Phil Foltz, Jerry Wolf, JD Webb all hanging out there. Actually, Phil Foltz can be driving, but they usually hang out with us again from ACU Radio Network. But I'll tell you what, Steven, we're here for round number 4, expecting a lot of fun from these guys and a lot of good racing here. And going to go ahead and start with the Trophy Dash here, as we'll be seeing the first race here tonight.
Yeah, Trophy Dash, always exciting, 12-lap race. You know, I believe it's for money. I don't know how much it's for. I think $5. But you think I'd know this by now? But yeah, these 12 guys will be going at it. You know, and should be exciting.
And I'll tell you what, we are going to go ahead and talk about. Excuse me, there. Last week, I do want to go ahead and start with the A main winner was Andrew Berger. The B main winner was Donnie Garitano. The Dash recast was Brandon Schuberko in heat number 3, Steve Bechet. Heat number 2, Gary Schenken. Heat number 1, Andrew Berger. Actually pronouncing his name wrong most of the season. Good to know now. But going through the A main, the feature race, the results, it was Andrew Berger. Like I said, getting the win with Glenn Hedrick coming home 2nd. Rod Flagg able to bring it home 3rd with Michael Bowles coming home 4th. Brandon Schuberko in 5th position with Dana Osborne in 6th. Mark Brown came home 7th. Gary Schenk 8th. Gary Tarvin 9th. And Jose Ramirez came home 10th. Those last 3 being 1 lap down at the end of the race. Also going to go ahead and move through points real fast. And I know we're not having them up on the screen, but I'll tell you what, Steven, why don't you run us through the points here?
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, we have a tie for the lead right now in point standings. Brandon Schuberko and Andrew Berger, they're tied for points right now at 69 each. Then right behind them, Rod Flagg, 2 behind. Michael Bowles moved up 3 spots last week, 12 behind, 57. Marcus Lambert in 5th with 56 points. Rodney Wofford tied with him, actually. It's 6. He didn't move a spot. That's what I'm reading. My bad. 54 points. Gary Schenk up 2 at 7th with 53 points. Terrence Donovan 8th, who lost 4 spots, with 47. Jose Ramirez at 45 and 9. And Steve Bushy rounds out the top 10 with 44 points. 25 out. So the top 10 very close. And like I said, the battle for the points lead's getting up there. 2 points separating top 3.
Yeah, 25 points separating the top 10. That's not much. And one race can change it all here, especially with the Super Speedway Cup. Now, earlier we did have the heat races, those who not broadcast it, but they have been once. But it was a long night. How about the heat races from tonight, though? It was Brandon Schuberko and Michael Pimpere kind of sneaking away with the win in heat race number 1. Victor Bartlett and Rodney Wofford and Rod Flagg coming home 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Gary Schenk 6th, Frank Busiala in 7th, and Donnie Garitano 8th. Chris Jennings 9th, and Terrence Donovan 10th. And again, I believe it's the top 4 from each heat race make it in. So Rod Flagg just barely missing it in. And Steven, heat race number 2.
Yeah, I think we're getting ahead of each other here tonight so far. But I'm just going to go over the top 4 here because, well, the 5th through back are not in the race. So Rusty Greer won heat number 2. Chris Jennings right behind him. And Andrew Berger and Frank Busiala came home 3rd and 4th in that race. Your first guy out of that race was Terrence Donovan. And I'm saying Andrew's last name wrong, but heat number 3, Dakota?
Yeah, and again, Andrew Berger, he actually did clarify with me, but Glenn Hedrick bringing home the win in heat number 3. Marcus Lambert coming home 2nd, Gray Davis in 3rd position, and Chance Manning coming home in 4th. And I do like to mention all the way to the top 10. How about Gary Tarvin 5th, Daniel Holloway 6th, Matt Bontempi in 7th, Gary Schenk 8th, Phil Foltz in 9th, and Donnie Garitano in 10th position with the fastest lap of the race at a 47.424. What a lap here at Talladega Super Speedway, and I know we're getting set. I want to say the Trophy Dash here. This is going to be about 12 cars on track here. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I know we're about 10 seconds out from this Trophy Dash here.
That should be exciting. Dakota, I was just looking at heat number 2 again. The fastest lap is placed by the guy who finished, I think, 22nd. So, putting the fastest lap down does not mean you're going to win the race, by no means.
Definitely. It's more like where you are on the track. I mean, if you have somebody on your bumper and there's a huge gap to the cars in front of you, you're gonna get the draft off of them. You're gonna close in at such an insane closing rate. You're gonna build up so much speed, especially if you've got a car behind you. You too will most likely have the fastest lap, and it's a good stat to have. But if you can't finish up front, what's it matter? So. Anyway, we're getting set with the grid here for the Trophy Dash race here. And how about Brandon Schuberko starting on the pole with Rusty Greer on his outside?
Yeah, Glenn Hedrick starts in 3rd and number 21, and Michael Pimpere starts 4th.
Chris Jennings going to go ahead and start from the 5th position with Marcus Lambert in 6th car starting 6th.
Victor Bartlett, guy we didn't see last week, starts 7th. Andrew Berger starts 8th.
Trey Davis going to start 9th with Rodney Wofford in the 7, starting 10th.
Frank Bucial will roll off 11th, and riding out the field, the 04, Chance Manning.
And that is your starting lineup here at Talladega Super Speedway at the Trophy Dash here, again with the Super Speedway Cup Series. That is ssseries.com. They have a pretty good website over there, easy to get around also. I believe they revamped it here recently, and it looks pretty good. Kind of like the new ETV site. I mean, if you saw the old one, you see the new one, you wouldn't recognize it. Pretty great site over there. JD Webb doing a fantastic job on that site. But now we're rolling here. Brandon Chaburko leading these guys so far. And again, this is just the pace lap, so we got to come around all the way around. Then we'll have 12 laps of racing here.
12 laps might seem like a lot, but it's really not. It's going to take about 10 minutes to get those laps done. And this is all for money here, so it doesn't matter about points in this race. It's all about going for the win. So we'll see a lot of close action and see how many cars actually finish the race this week.
Yeah, it will be interesting. And again, these guys have all advanced. They don't have to worry about, finishing all right.
Yeah, that's
this
true.
is just for the money. This is just for the money. It don't matter. Unlike the B-Main, how we've seen, time and time again, it seems like some guys will be locked in and they'll end up wrecking and they'll bring some random guy into the show. So it's kind of funny, actually, to see what happens and when they wreck, when they shouldn't.
Yeah, B-Main's always exciting because you have that aspect where you could be running 8th on the last lap and take it 4 wide and wreck 4 cars, and the guys running like 15th make it in. So that's always interesting. You're really not locked in ever in the B-Main unless you're really leading and you're all by yourself.
And you're about 2 laps ahead of the field on the white flag lap. That's about the only time I'm going to guarantee you're locked in.
Yeah, I agree. But these guys, I don't know how many. I think 6 cars finished in the class last week, if I remember right. Can't really remember. I know it was at Daytona, but we got 12 guys ready to start. Bigger track this week. You got an extra lane if you want to use it. I mean, most people still like not to use it, but we'll see how often the guys go 2 and 3 wide and fan out through the field here.
You're definitely going to have to see if these cars have changed any. Probably not aero-wise. And again, I know we've talked about this before. You're not quite so confident about going 3 wide through the tri-oval. The aero kind of hurts you. But down the backstretch, you said 3 wide is very easy, which I do want to agree with. I want to say it might be a little hard in the backstretch as well. But here we go, getting set for the green flag. Pace cars, Opera and Chaburko getting set to lead him to the green flag. Again, that is the 99 on the inside, leading the way with the 77 on his outside. Coming to the green, still, it's a long stretch here. Again, the finish line way down the front stretch here. Actually past the tri-oval. Green flag is out, and there goes Chaburko.
30 seconds later.
He's already going to have Hedrick on his bumper.
Yeah, 30 seconds later, we're finally green after you first mentioned the green flag, but that's okay. And there you go, side by side for lead right now. Rusty Greer trying to make a move here on the outside. He's already getting pushed by the 14 of Michael Pimpere, so that's going to allow them to get a big run down the backstretch. But Glenn Hedrick's already got to the back bumper of Brandon Chaburko. It's going to be a drag race as we head down the back.
Yeah, we're going to be side by side by side by side, a lot like last night, still side by side. And how about that number 77 getting a pretty good run on the outside? That's a 77 of Rusty Greer. He's got help from Pimpere. Pimpere right on the bumper of that 77 there. Almost, looks like the 77 almost got clear of the 99, kind of, not quite. And looks like the 14 now going to maybe get a little loose on the bumper of the 77, going to hook him wrong, and that will cost him a lot of time here because the inside now rolling ahead of the outside lane.
Yeah, 77 on the outside right now. The 14 not really pushing very smoothly right now. He seems to be on the outside of the 77. Actually, he's hooked to 77, and they're wrecking 77-14. And so I don't know if anyone else got involved in that, but Michael Pimpere just hooked Rusty Greer around into the outside fence.
Ouch. That's all I can say on that. Now about Andrew Berger, last week's feature race winner, now kind of stuck on his outside, on the outside by himself, going to the rear of the field, now jumping back in line behind Buciala. He's got to try to get back up to these cars. I mean, if he loses too much time here, he can lose the drive. Looks like he's about even, and he wants to close in just a little bit. We'll have to watch that 24 and see if he can get back up there. Looks like he's having no problem doing so, but up front, the leaders have kind of pulled away just a little bit. That is Chaburko and Hedrick working 1-2 there in the 99 and the 21. 39.
Yeah, Dakota, and I don't know if any other cars got damaged. I saw a couple cars make some door contact there trying to miss the wreck, but I don't think that'll affect anybody. I think the 7 might have a little left roof damage, which means he's some door damage, but that's about it. And the car in front of him, Gray Davis, has some right door damage, but that's it. Not a lot of damage from that, but 2 guys, definitely not the way they wanted to lose the draft and end their race, already on lap number 1. Or 2. Now we're on lap 3, but that was on lap number 2.
88 Jennings, 42 Bartlett to the outside of the leaders. Looks like the leaders that kind of got split up trying to cool the engines, and the 42 want to move down. The 88 gets caught on his bumper, kind of almost swerves down into the leader, but they're good. They're back in line, and now the new leaders. And how about Lambert and Busiala coming on the outside, also trying to get around the outside of Hedrick and Sberko there.
And Berger's caught up to the back of bumper of them too. He's going to push on Frank Busiala, make it a 3-car tandem on the outside line. Their guys are going to run on the leaders here as they're going to get to the outside of Jennings in the 88. So Lambert's going to be there as we get down and heading to turn 1 right now. 7 cars right here immediately up front. We got a couple more lagging back. Chance Manning about to lose the draft though.
Yeah, he might, and that is very unfortunate. But up front, it's still the 6, and Marcus Lambert leading on the outside with Busiala right on his bumper. 24, Andrew Berger right behind him. Bartlett coming to the outside in front of the 6. He's jumping up, trying to get in front of the line. There's the 6 to the outside. The 76 also following. That's Lambert. Busiala going on the outside of Bartlett. Chaburko on the inside. 3 wide. 2 rows deep. How about Berger and Hedrick now 3 wide back there behind him. And it looks like Chaburko comes up right in front of Bartlett. There's smoke. They're all right, though, and how about Jennings coming down? He's trying to finally get help from Hedrick, the 21, who's probably got to be hot here. We'll have to see what happens, but it's Chaburko and Bartlett now hooked up on the outside once again.
Yeah, I think they did that intentionally there. I believe they're teammates. I'm not exactly sure. We can have to ask them, but I'm pretty sure they're teammates, and I think that was a planned move there to get Chaburko out front, and Bartlett has a clean engine because he's been leading this whole race, or this whole pack or whatever, so they're going to go to the outside right now and try to get a big run here, and they're going to go to the outside of the 88 of Jennings and the 21 of Hedrick right now, and Chaburko inching out to the lead, but not going to be able to clear them here into turn 3.
And, yeah, Bartlett and Chaburko still on the outside. How about Berger and Wofford coming to the outside, also trying to get to the 8. Jennings, though, he's got a lot of help there from the 21. Glenn Hedrick knows what he's doing. He's riding on the bumper of the 88. He's not letting those outside guys get too much of a run, and when they do, he's right back on the bumper pushing. So, I mean, he's trying to keep them there with also trying to keep the engine cool as we'll watch the 39 now come down in front of the 88. That's going to be Berger and Bartlett hooked up on the outside. Looks like in line, those two going to be cool now, but the 88, 39, Jennings and Chaburko will also be cool on the inside. They're going to be hooked up, so this will change everything once again, as always at a super speedway.
Yeah, that changes everything. You know, you get a couple guys separated, and I just want to point out Chance Manning actually somehow caught the draft. Not sure how he got back up here, but he got back up here.
Indeed he did. Good job, Chance Manning.
Okay, so we got the whole 10-car pack together right now. Dakota, I don't know what you feel about this, but you think there's going to be another wreck?
I don't know. 3 wide might be happening. Nah, not quite 3 wide. Now the 6 kind of backing out. He's getting back in line behind Wofford. It looks like we were 3 wide or close there with Rodney Wofford, the 6 of Marcus Lambert, and I believe that's the 56 number I don't recognize too well. It's Gray Davis.
Yeah, he's almost looking out the middle there. We got out of 2, but decided to fall back in line behind the 21. Almost looking to the apron. These guys starting to get a little bit racy. They know they're getting, they're getting down to crunch time here. We're coming to get 5 to go this time, I think, if I can know how to count. So we'll be getting 5 to go soon, or I think, right, Dakota? Am I wrong?
6 laps remaining, 5 at the line.
Okay, that's what I meant to say. And these guys getting a little racy now. You see the 6 of Lambert and 71 of Busiala looking 3 wide up top now.
Yeah, how about Lambert looking at the outside, Busiala now going inside, going to be 3 wide. Hedrick on the inside, Busiala middle, and Lambert outside. Lambert now coming back down in line behind Busiala on the 76, trying to get back in line. While up front, Bartlett has now dropped down in front of Chaburko. It is now Berger and Wofford working together on the outside. Chris Jennings kind of the lone wolf there on the inside, kind of falling back a little bit here. We'll see what Berger and Wofford can do here. As it looks like Chaburko kind of moving around just a little bit. They're going to be door to door now, though, because Berger is now to the side of Chaburko.
Yeah, Berger was a big run with push from Wofford down the backstretch there, but they're not going to be able to do anything with it just yet. I'd pinch a little bit more if I was Berger. You gotta get a run on those guys coming off turn 4, and you can clear them. But because you don't want to leave one of them clear, because they're going to swap if they can, because they're working together. So if you can keep them from swapping, you have a good chance at passing, and you have to do that by pinching and not letting the guys on the inside come up to the outside.
4 laps remaining here at Talladega Super Speedway. That was a long lap. How about that? But looks like Wofford going the inside. He's going to get behind Chaburko, because Chaburko will also go on the inside of Bartlett to pull the switch here. So we'll see if these two kind of stay hooked up, or if Chaburko goes to the outside to the 8 of Bartlett here. No, it looks like Bartlett and Berger are kind of hooked up now on the, well, both lanes hooked up. Behind them, Chris Jennings, and he's got help from the 21 and Glenn Hedrick kind of coming back into this this battle here. Hedrick going to the outside, and 88 Chris Jennings kind of staying low. We'll watch Hedrick see where he goes. It's the 42 and 24. Bartlett and Berger still try to get back and get a run back on the outside of these guys.
Yeah, those guys behind them came with a big run there. Wofford disconnected from Chaburko here. Still have 42 and 24 to get a big run. 88's going to come up behind them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Will Bartlett leave? He does leave Berger once again, but Berger is going to have enough
too big of a
gap.
lead.
He might be able to get down.
Oh,
Bartlett's
boy.
coming back up. They're going to be lined up.
3 wide,
Berger to the
2
outside,
wide.
3 wide.
Yeah,
2
Bartlett
wide.
had too big of a gap, and he realized it, so he stayed to the top, and that didn't work. So, nice move by Berger there to take the lead with Chris Jennings, that is, and they're going to move to the lead now. We're coming at 2 to go. Very racing now, whole pack together, except for 2 cars of Gray Davis and Chance Manning, but they might be in the best spot looking at this pack up here.
It might be. How about Lambert and Watford getting hooked up behind those 2 leaders and coming to get lap 11 again? Like he said, 2 laps remaining at the line. Here we go.
Yeah, we're going to have 4 tandems fighting for, well, 8 people fighting for 1 spot, and there's 4 tandems here, so it's going to go to her tandem, get the biggest run, and make the best move here to get the win.
Here we go, side by side by side by side once again, 4 rows deep, 2 wide. Tandems and tandems, really. It's just a tandem on the inside, tandem on the outside, and behind them, but just a group of tandems. And as I said, that looks like Lambert going to the outside of Wofford, trying to get in line on the outside because Bartlett and Chaburko have got a pretty good run going. But here comes Jennings and Berger back on the inside with a pretty good run of momentum there. The 21 of Glenn Hedrick kind of falling off Chaburko there for just a second. Again, that's the 3rd car in line. That 21 car on the outside. He's going to go 3 wide here, coming to the white flag. So we're going to be 1 more lap remaining here.
Yeah, good move by Hedrick here. He's going to try to make it work on the outside. Here we go, 3 wide, into turn 1. Oh, this is getting exciting. The guys in the middle. In the middle. Yeah, 3 wide still.
Boost Allen Hedrick on the outside. Bartlett
you got to move down.
Chaburko inside, or middle.
Middle's getting a big
Berger
run.
And Jennings inside. There, the middle. It's getting a pretty good run there.
Big run for Bartlett, but they're still 3 wide. Hedrick trying to hold on up there. They might be getting hot below them.
Not sure. We'll have to wait and see here. It looks like Berger's got the nose. He's got the track position. That's last week's feature race winner as Berger goes up to block. He's going to get left. He's going to have Jennings on his inside. The Reckham behind his state's getting turned around. It's going to be Jennings and Berger at the line. Jennings is going to get it over Berger.
Wow, what a close finish. 4 or 5 wide. Oh my goodness. They're 4 wide for 2nd, I think.
Less than 1/10 of a second between 1st and 6th position.
That's incredible.
Really?
Yeah, so what a great race. We're going to see if we can talk to our winner, Chris Jennings, and maybe Andrew Berger and Marcus Lambert if we can.
Definitely. So looking for Chris Jennings, and I believe we have found Chris Jennings. And trying to get him into the broadcast booth on the radio. Chris, man, you got a copy to cut him up to the broadcast booth.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Man, what was that like for you? You watching your partner go to the outside to block and get stuck on the inside trying to follow. You kind of had to go down. And, man, did you make it work? You're able to sneak away with the win. Just what was that like for you?
It was cool, man. I thought Andrew was going to get the win there, and then he drifted up right at turn 4 there, and so I just went for it and got it.
Hey, man, how much does it mean to win here?
It means a lot, man. It's really tough racing, you know, and you got to kind of start up front to have a chance, it seems like.
Now, was there any kind of strat? I mean, you kind of came, like I want to say, you kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, you kind of fell off the leaders just a little bit. You kind of, and I mentioned you coming back up just a little bit, and then you put yourself in the right position at the right time. I mean, do you know really how you did that?
Just kind of being patient and just waiting for a partner or somebody to work with, and then Andrew pulled down in front of me, and so I teamed up with him, and I was just going to push him to the win, but he gave it up at the end.
Chris, man, do want to ask, can we see you in the future race sneak away with the win, maybe?
I hope so. This will give me a pole position, I think, so hopefully I can keep the lead and stay out of trouble.
And finally, I want to ask again, who makes it happen for you?
Rod Flagg, for sure, man. He puts this league on, and it's a lot of fun, real competitive, and appreciate you guys, too. Thanks for broadcasting.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
All right, there was your winner tonight. Now we're looking for Andrew Berger, 2nd place finisher, and I mean, what a race for him. Thought he was going to go back-to-back. I mean, he won the feature race last week. I believe that's not the only race he won. I think he won a heat race as well. So I mean, Andrew Berger now on the mic in the booth. Man, what a race for you! Coming home just a little short though.
Yeah, that's the story of these Dash for Cash races for me. I've yet to win one of these suckers, but I made a bad move there. I thought Victor's line was gonna be the one to go with, and I didn't get in front of him before quick enough, and that put me 3 wide, and Chris got the better of me.
And man, how close was that in your eyes crossing the line there?
Oh, it was pretty close. I figured he had got me. I know Marcus, a lot of people were charging behind us because we didn't have any, all of us didn't have any draft partners, and they were flying behind us. So yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And man, you got any kind of strategy that can keep you up front at the end? I mean, I noticed you were kind of up front most of the race. Is that the goal here? Kind of stay up front, stay out of trouble?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, the Dash for Cash races are typically usually clean races. They're a good group of guys usually in those. But no, you obviously want to be up at the front at the end and just trying to pick the right line of either top or bottom if it's moving. Just moving your way up to the front and just trying to keep your engine cool to draft with the person in front of you, or hope the person behind you is cool enough to push it to the end. And I was figuring Chris had been pushing me for a while, so I was a little worried if he was going to blow up and then Victor would get the better of me, so I decided to go up, and didn't seem to be the right move there.
Man, you got any sponsors on the car?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Drive to End Hunger Chevrolet. It was good, and hope to keep it going into the A-Main tonight and maybe win back-to-back A-Main races. Of course, thank Rod for keep this league going, and always fun Friday night racing.
All right, thank you, Andrew, and good luck on the future race.
Thank you.
And anyway, me and Stephen are arguing there, but I'll tell you what, we're getting set for heat race number 2 here. I do believe we're going to go ahead and actually we're going to go ahead and grab Marcus Lambert. Lambert, excuse me. Nice. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm trying to think, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and grab Marcus Lambert, and then we'll head to commercial break. But we have Marcus Lambert in the broadcast booth, headsets on. Marcus, man, you came home, I do believe, 3rd position. Man, what a race.
Yeah, I avoided the early wreck there on lap 1 and saw that one of my good friends, Frank, was towards the back. When I picked him, we tried to make the 3rd lane work twice, and after that, I gave up on it. Frank went up top with Glenn on the last lap, and from there it was just a hectic run to the stripe like it always is.
Now, I know there was a few of you guys that like to stay up front the whole race, but you didn't seem to be one of them. I think you kind of just hung back in the pack, just waiting for the end to strike. I mean, is that the strategy we'll see from you in the feature race?
I tend to use these Dash for Cashes as sort of a test run, a strategy run, whatever you'd like to call it. Because either way, I'm guaranteed to at least start in the front half of the A-Main, and thankfully it worked out for me, so I'm starting 3rd. So yeah, when I start up front, I like to stay up front. When I start up back, I like to stay up back. When I start in the middle, I don't want to start in the middle.
All right, Marcus, and good luck to you in the feature race, man.
Thank you.
And there's Marcus Lambert, 3rd place finisher, driver of the number 6 machine. But now we're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back again. This is ETV Live, powered by the HD Radio Network, and you're watching Super Speedway Cup again, ssseries.com.
Join 5,000 plus other listeners where you can hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com. If you're a serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50-caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products, reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com, and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
And we're back live at Talladega Super Speedway. Again, I'm Erman, joined by Steven Azini. I can't even say my last name right. How about John Wessling up there pushing the buttons on the cameras and displaying all the pretty overlays you get to see tonight. Big thanks to John for being here. Also want to mention J.D. Webb joining us. He's also recovering from heart surgery. I know he went in and had a checkup the other day. I hope he's doing all right. Haven't actually heard the results from that. Phil Foltz generally hanging around. He'll actually be racing tonight, but again, producer from H2 Radio Network, actually, like the owner there. And Jerry Wolf also, I saw him earlier hanging around, and he's MTCO Gaming Servers, I do believe.
Good news. I think Phil got a C license.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. There you go, Phil.
Yeah, I keep telling, I give him advice every week, because I'm an accomplished super speedway racer. I kid, I know, but I've been giving advice. I told him to go dig 4 wide up the middle. That's my advice to him every week, and he seems to enjoy the advice. I think he takes it. I mean, it's good advice, right, Dakota?
Well, I guess that's one way to get TV time. Yeah, too bad I don't see H2 Radio Network on this card, but I'll tell you what, here we go. About a minute and 15 seconds left here before we get green flag racing here at Talladega Super Speedway for the second time. We'll have a much larger field. Again, for anybody just joining us or has never actually seen the format here, they do 3 heat races. Those are not broadcast, and we did actually display the results earlier, and I will actually recap a little bit later on those results. And then we do a trophy dash. That is just the top 4 of each of the 3 heat races, so that makes it about a 12-car field. Those guys are already locked into the feature race, and their starting order for the feature race is set by their finishing order in the trophy dash race there. And there's also a prize up for the winner in that race, which just happened to be Chris Jennings in the 88. Now, the B main is for anybody that did not make it in. They finished below the 4th position in the top 3, or the 3 heat races, the first 3 heat races. So they'll be in the show here. They'll have to race their way in. They have to finish top 12 to be in the show, and that's not counting champion provisional. I can't even say that word right, but we do know how that works. It's just a lot longer to explain, but again, so just the top 12 here advance, and then we'll have the feature race, which is going to be about a 24, 25-car field, depending on if we have a provisional. So here we go. About 3 seconds left of the grid, Steven.
Well, we gotta wait till the extra 7 seconds till everything's done, you know, getting into the grid, but for Dakota, my B-main pick, I'm going to pick B-main veteran Phil Foltz to win this race. I have confidence in him.
I'll be a little bit technical with those 7 seconds, and B-main pick to be in the wall. Don't want to mess with you, Phil, but
you don't know. I mean, that's a good pick, too. I mean, he's going to hit the wall, he's going to hit everything except for the pace car, because you can't do that in iRacing, but we're going to start on the grid here. Gary Tarvin starting P1, and Daniel Holloway will start second.
How about Matt Bontempi going to start in the 3rd position with Gary Shank in 4th position, the 25 car.
4 wide, digging up the middle. Phil Foltz starts 5th. Donnie Giartano on the outside of him in 6th.
Mari Brown going to start 7th position with Terrence Donovan starting 8th.
Kerry Witt starts in 9th, and Matt Burkhart in the 44 starts 10th.
Ira Cup going to start in 11th position with Raymond Evans in 12th.
13th will be Rod Flagg in the 23. Outside of him, Tyler McDonough in the 43.
Ivan Garcia going to start 15th. Larry Camp starting 16th.
Steven Meyer in 17th, and Steve Bushy in 18th, and Jared Haggerty running out the field in the 57, starting 19th.
Yeah, that will be your field here for the B main, which is set for 15 laps at Talladega Super Speedway, and then we have, I believe, a 30-lap race following that. So here we go. Field's getting set to roll. We are rolling here, and again, a long pace lap here, about 50, or actually probably about a minute and a half here. Pace lap, especially getting up to speed here. The pace car leading the way. Again, Gary Tarvin starting from the front row with Daniel Holloway. But I do want to recap heat race winners earlier on in the events. Again, heat race number 1 was Brandon Schuberko, Michael Pepper, Victor Bartlett, and Rodney Watford advancing the top 4 spots. Rusty Greer, Chris Jennings, Andrew Berger, and Frank Musiala going the top 4 in heat number 2. And heat number 3 was Glenn Hedrick, Marcus Lambert, Ray Davis, and Chance Manning. And again, there's a few guys up here in points that are also in this event trying to race the way, and one of them, Rod Flag, a little ways back there in the starting order, driver number 23 machine, so I have to watch out for him. I do believe our other top two in points are actually already in the show, so if Rod Flag finishes outside of the top 12, he is our provisional into the race, so do want to point that out and keep our eye on the driver number 23 tonight.
So he's locked in no matter what, so I think he's going to be riding around this race, but there are only 19 people in the race, and the top 12 make it, plus a provisional, so really 13 people will make the race out of 19, so I'm going to feel really bad for the 6 guys that don't make it, but we're going to come to turn 3 and 4. It means there's like a minute and a half left till we get the green flag, so anything else you want to recap, Dakota, before we go green?
Well, I had something, just kind of spaced it, but I'll tell you what, dear. I don't know. It could be worse right now. We could have about 14 cars here and, 13 of them advancing. That would be even worse. So at least it's a big group going home. But it's going to be interesting to see. Nobody's safe. Remember, we've had guys that have been a lap down, kind of riding around, just trying to stay out of trouble, a lap down again. And the cars will crash, and they'll get around and be able to race their way into the race because people have crashed. It's interesting.
Yeah, the way it works is not very good sometimes, but hey, Dakota, we got 30 seconds till we go green, so any final thoughts?
Well, they start with here we go. Pace cars off, we're working the trial, just like you said, so here we go.
Green flag in the air. Gary Tarvin and number 17 will lead us away. 26 at Holloway, no real help yet, so the 20 of Matt Bontempi are pushing to 17. The inside line should jump up to a little decent lead here to start the race. 25 of Gary Shank at 4th right now. Still not a Holloway's bumper, so inside, big run to start off.
Yeah, Bontempi right on the bumper of the 17 there. I would kind of see maybe him step out, but not quite. He's going to stay in line with the 17. What we see here, I think it'd be kind of cool to see him step out here, but he's not gonna. So Bontempi staying in line in the second position there. He's got the 26 of 25 trying to work the outside. That is 26 of Daniel Holloway and the 25 of Gary Shank.
Alright, and 06 on the inside, starting to get the Philip Foltzback's bumper here. Shank's still pushing the 26 of Holloway. They're going to try to get a run here. Oh, they're off disconnected now. The front two is still pushing right now, but it's hard. You can't pull away, Dakota. We already talked about that, so there will be no pulling away. As even if you do tandem, when you have to swap, they're going to eat you back up in the pack. So these guys are striding in the pack right now. Those two are going to tandem until the Bontempi gets hot, and they'll be right there at the back bumper again.
Definitely about Shank kind of coming disconnected from the 26 machine of Holloway, and Phil Foltz kind of coming with a pretty good run of momentum on the inside. Him and the 06. The 06 of Mark Brown actually might clear the outside lane here. Looks like the outside's kind of coming back on Mark Brown. We'll see if the inside can maybe get back around when we go through this corner. See the outside kind of move up, disconnected once again. So definitely losing the ground. Will Phil Foltz move to the outside? Bontempi kind of backing off the leader. Bontempi obviously hot. I don't know what Phil's doing. He's moving around just a little bit. Maybe will score me on the wheel. I don't know whether he wants to go up or down. He's going to kind of come down. The 06 was kind of lined up with him wrong, and he almost came down the 06 and almost turned himself. Lucky the 06 kind of caught that and lifted just in time, it looks like.
Yeah, that was a scary moment. It's behind them as well, they almost tracked as well. I'm looking back and see what I saw. I saw 72 of Ivan Garcia almost sideways in the back, so they almost tracked in the back, but Larry Camp has lost the draft. Oh, never mind, he's still here. I thought he lost the draft, then I hit my space bar to remove the test drive and quit tabs, and then all of a sudden the pack was right there. So he did not lose the draft, I'm mistaken.
And there's the 25 of Gary Shank to the bumper of the 71 of Phil Foltz. Phil moving to the outside, trying to get the momentum working. The 26 of Daniel Holloway, he's going back in a hurry, so we'll see Shank being hot if he can keep going here with the 71. The driver of the number 71 again, Phil Foltz, working out the outside of the 06 of Mark Brown.
Yeah, they're making some progress out there. Matt Bontempi's been pushing for the last 3 laps now. There we go, change for the lead. Oh, Gary Tarvin hung up 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead. I wasn't 4 wide, but I'll take it.
Foltz on the outside, he's prevailing maybe.
Yeah, he didn't take a 4 wide, so I'm kind of disappointed, but he took the lead, so I guess I'm getting him some credit for that. I mean, he's going to come back in here later beaming and saying he took my advice and it worked, so that's good.
I don't think it worked yet because the inside is coming back pretty good. There's Matt Bontempi in the 20.
They're not pushing though.
Working the inside, and he is moving pretty well there with Mark Brown on his bumper.
Oh, Mark Brown wasn't even at his bumper yet, Dakota. Come on. Oh, well, never mind. They're disconnected on the outside, so Foltz still inching ahead right now. They're disconnected on the outside. I think 25's hot. You mentioned that earlier that he was pushing for a while, so the 20 up on Tempe will lead that lap as Mark Brown finally got to the 20's back bumper, and they're going to push themselves out to the lead.
See the outside lane kind of moving around quite a bit there, so definitely having trouble following everybody in line. Not too steady on the outside is kind of a concern, but yeah, Shank, the 25, probably extremely hot. He's now trying to get back to the bumper of the 71, but it looks like he's trying to kind of maybe peek the nose out. He's extremely hot in the 25, I want to say, as they're now working back the outside of the 89 there, I want to say that is, of Kerry Witt.
Yeah, he got up here very quick. Kerry started back in a nice position, and worked as well at the front by lap 5, so that's a good run so far by him. I think Ira Cup did the same thing. He started back in 11th, and staying on the inside line. They've already passed the majority of the field.
Doesn't surprise me. Anything can happen here at Talladega Super Speedway, but how about the 25 laying way off of the 71 of Phil Foltz there? So Gary Shank, it looks like he's trying to give room, trying to hang on. Somebody back there jumping way out of line, having trouble following in line. How about Gary Shank now following way back now off of Phil Foltz? Looks like he has a run. He had help. Will he go to the outside? He's going to go to the outside. But
3 wide.
Garitano's looking inside. Yeah, it looks like Garitano wants to go middle, but oh.
Yeah, Shank's still hot. He's trying to get some air, and he can't. And that's allowing the inside line and the pole. I think 5 cars are already in front of the outside, and that's tough to make up, especially if you can't push. And there comes Terrence Donovan to the outside in the 73. So now they're going to start working together, and Phil's going to start pushing him and allow them to try to catch back up.
Yep, but yeah, Donovan and Phil Foltz hooked up. Looks like the leaders might be switching here. They are switching. That's going to leave a big checkup, a big gap here. We'll see where the 73 Terrence Donovan goes. He's trying to go in the middle of the 06. He is going to go through the middle of the 06, so the 06 going back in a hurry. The 89, Kerry Witt coming up in front of Terrence Donovan, not quite. Donovan moving up. There's still 3 wide back there with the 06 going back in a hurry. That is Mark Brown. Extremely hot, and Phil Foltz all over the bumper of the 73. Terrence Donovan, pretty good run on the outside. He's coming back.
Yeah, here comes guys on the outside. Every time the outside gets a run, Bontempi seems to have a new person working with him, so and they allowed us to keep the lead right now. So that's working in his favor. He's worked with 3 different partners so far, as sure as I think, and he's still out front.
Definitely, Bontempi, he's in the right place at the right time. You see him kind of moving up. He's going to get disconnected with 89 and Kerry Witt, but he's back down. It looks like, I think if he could get a little steadier, the 89 can maybe stick to him a little bit better. How about Terrence Donovan and Phil Foltz working together so well? And as I say that, Phil Foltz kind of moving around a little bit, but yeah, Phil Foltz having a problem there. You see him wiggling a lot. Something wrong with the 71 maybe.
Yeah, I think he's a little nervous up front right now, Dakota. I don't think he's used to it.
Yeah, he's generally used to being in the wall by now, so this must be a new experience, and might be pushing new limits. You know, gotta get used to those extended races.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lap 8 right now. I think he's usually starting parking or on the trailer or something. You know, giving the sponsors their TV time and saying goodnight. But 89 way backed off there. 73 is going to allow to pick the lead. 73 of Donovan, 71 of Foltz to the lead.
Yeah, Phil Foltz, he's going to look at the outside. He's going to look to the outside. He's going to lose a lot of time. He's coming down.
Get down, Phil.
In front of Bontempi. He hooked the bumper wrong there. He'll lose a lot of time. Garitano and Shank kind of way disconnected on the outside, so it really won't help them much. But now they're hooked up. Now Foltz and Donovan hooked up on the inside. Foltz kind of moving around again. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he seems to be all over the place. Said lap 9 he's made so far. He still has 6 laps to go. I'm nervous for him. But anyway, you look back in the pack. Sienna's made it back to the front right now. Matt Burkhart's up to the front. 43 of Tyler Rotundo. These guys have all made their way to the front. Steve Boucher, oh, I can't say his last name. And the 12 has made his way to the front as well. So, big pass for the lead. 25, Gary Shank.
Yeah, it looks like Foltz, he's extremely hot. He's trying to get cooled down, and he's not really being too successful. He's having a problem. He is having a big-time problem trying to stay on the 73. He did a pretty good job for a while. Something is not right in that machine. I know he's pretty hot, and something else is just not right. I mean, if you watch him, something might be broken on that number 73 car, or 71 car.
I mean, if we can get an onboard shot with Phil Foltz, I want to see what's going on in the cockpit right now. See those hands moving. I think it tells nervous about how twitchy his hands are right now. If we can get that shot, John, see his hands right now. He's all over the place, and that's a good shot. You can see from the driver's arms and what he's doing in the car. You know, he's pretty boxed in right now. There's nowhere to go, so that's really nerve-wracking as a driver being stuck in the middle of that pack right there, almost 3 wide.
Yeah, but he's back in line. He's kind of cooled down now. Huge line on the outside. How about that? It looks like the 44 now leading that line.
43 almost like a 3 wide.
Coming down in front of Shank. Yeah, we got almost a wreck. The 06. I see Mark Brown. He's going to lose a lot of time back there.
Yeah, there's almost multiple wrecks. I see 17 is damaged to your tire in Dakota. I didn't see what happened. I was watching the battle up front. They're about to wreck up here as well. So 44 and 43 leading the outside right now. It's McDonough and Burkhart. They haven't really gone anywhere yet, but Gary Schenk and Deandre Giordano continuing to lead.
Yeah, there goes Giordano. I mean, he's disconnected with Shank. Shank's kind of riding off the bumper there, the 3. I think he's trying to keep it cool. Here comes the 44. That is the number 44 of Matt Burkhart, and the 43 also of Tyler McDonough. He's trying to. The 43 is trying to stay on the bumper of the 44. He's just. I think he's kind of moving around a little bit, and I'm here in 12th place right now. Do want to look around at that. Again, that's a transfer spot. Ira Cup currently holding the position in the number 31 car. Was the last time by. That transfer spot is basically in the middle of this large pack, so that could make things interesting.
Yeah, Rod Flag right behind him in 13th. You know, keeping his provisional spot warm because he's not in top 12 right now. I guess he wants some other people to race tonight. And 83, Ramon Evans about to get lapped. He has some damage. Not sure what happened, but he's about to get lapped right here in front of leader Skoda.
And it would be the next car in points that's not locked in. Would be the guy that would actually transfer in the show if Flag makes it in by himself or races his way in. So we'll have to see here as he was shown 14th last time by. He now works to the outside of 31, so he should be shown in 13th this time. We'll move up to 13th as he now comes to the outside of Ira Cup. He is going to maybe clear Ira, but got to check up for the car in front of him. How about that? Jared Haggerty, 57, kind of coming back just a little bit, trying to get the 23 on his bumper maybe, or falling off of Matt Bontipi, who was moved to the outside, out from behind.
3 wide, almost. Never mind. Sorry to interrupt. 44 gets to the bottom. Big stack up coming here. These guys up front, all they have to do is ride. They're all in the show. I know I say it every week, Dakota, but they're going to find a way to wreck, and they almost do right there. The 12 of Bushy got off the bumper of the 43, and here comes Jared Haggerty on the outside.
Lap 14 this time at the line. That'll be one. Well, I'll have about 2 laps remaining. It'll be 1 next time by. And here comes Flag underneath the 57 at Haggerty. That's going to put Flag in the show currently with Haggerty in the transfer spot right now. But watching, here we go. Still
Gary Witt's actually in the transfer spot, Dakota. In 12th, behind them. Well, 44, Burkhart still in the lead. Here comes 43 in the big run. Tyler McDonough with help from Gary Bushy. Or Steve Bushy, sorry, I don't know anyone's names. On the outside right now, and Gary Schenk in 5th, Stephen Meyer in 6th. I don't know where he came from. Terrence Elmer in 7th. Matt Bontempi back to 8th. Our buddy Phil hanging on in 9th. Rod 10th. Jared Haggerty 11th. Kerry Witt 12th. And that's the top 12. We started our last lap. Those guys have been in transfer spots, but in this series in the B main, anything can happen in the last lap. And here we go. Last lap.
White flag in the air, and I believe Kerry Witt actually might be the transfer spot right now. Yeah, will be the transfer spot shown last time by. So Kerry Witt is in the transfer spot. You got to watch that 89 and 12th position to see where he finishes or who's going to steal that from him possibly. But up front, it's still the 44 leading the way of Matt Burkhart with Giordano on his bumper. About the 43.
3 wide.
With help from Bushy. And there's Terrence Donovan in 73 up the middle. The outside lane going up to give him room. He's all by himself, though. He has no help, so we'll see if this middle lane, if 3 wide actually works, because but he's working by himself. He's going to lose time now because
he got help now, 22.
Yeah, he's got help, but it might be too late. The 3's going up, so wrecking behind him.
22, Stephen Meyer, 43, Tyler McDonough. That's going to allow Ira Cup to be in the show.
They're wrecking up front. It's going to be Giordano to win. Oh.
See who makes it in. Gary Tarvin, 17, last number in.
Oh, wow.
How did he get in? 17 didn't. Or does that mean that to Ira Cup? How did he not get in?
In Rod Flag, I don't even know where he came from. Up to 3rd at the finish line. Wow.
Ira Flat wrecked himself, or Ira Cup wrecked himself coming to get the checkers. That costed him the 12th place position. Wow. So, interesting battle there. Big wreck at the end, but all the guys that wrecked made it except for the, I can't find the number. Steve Meyer.
And now we're looking for, we were looking for first place finisher, but he appears to be unavailable, so now we're looking for a second place finisher. Our second place finisher was officially Jared Haggerty, driver the number 57 machine, so we are looking for Haggerty. Yeah, how about Phil Fultz finally making the race?
We don't need to talk to him, though. I think he might be too nervous to make an interview. He won't be able to understand anything he's saying.
And I think we found Haggerty. Yeah, here we go. Jared Haggerty coming up now. Got the headset on. Haggerty finishing in the second position here tonight in the feature, or not feature race, but the B main, man. What a finish. Everybody's wrecking everywhere, and you're able to sneak through and manage to finish second. What was it like for you coming to the line with everybody wrecking around you?
Well, I tell you what, there is a lot of ways to win or come in second, and that's not preferably how I like to come in second, but hey, I'll take it for the night.
Man, I'm watching your final lap here from Chopper Cam here, and they wreck above you, and then they wreck in front of you. You have nowhere to go. You can actually make contact, but you still sneak through and finish second with minimal contact. Rod flag right behind you. Oh, man, that was just a fantastic run for you. I mean, can you describe what's happening around you there?
Oh man, all I saw was, I'm actually watching the replay as of right now. It looks like the 25 got the 44, and I saw that heading right in front of me, so there was only one place I could go, which was pretty much low. And I tell you what, man, my hands are still shaking because that was an intense finish right there.
All right, man. That was intense, but now you're going to start, I believe, in 13th position. I do want to say, I mean, or no, it'll be 14th. Excuse me, there. You got any plans to go straight to the front, right around the middle, right around the back? I mean, what are you planning here for the feature race now that you're locked in?
There for the first part of the race, but hey, if the air is going with me like it was all race, I will definitely go where the air is going, and if that brings me to the front, it brings me to the front. If I stay there, I stay there, but I'm going to try to make my big run towards the end like I did in that race.
Alright, thank you, Jared, and we will let you go ahead and get out here and get set for the feature race here. So good luck to you, man.
Alright, man, thank you.
And also joining us, our third place finisher. How about out of nowhere? I mean, we're watching him barely making the transfer spot. Then about a lap later, he's moving up 2 or 3 spots, and then all of a sudden he's in third crossing the line after this huge pileup of a wreck. Man, Rod, what a race for you, and especially coming across the line there.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's good to be in the show. Didn't want to have to fall back on that provisional. You know, it's there's some craziness. The inside line just wasn't working. People kept coming down there to you know, kind of keep their cars cool and keep things going. So you know, we were making a good move there. I knew I'd get 3 wide there within the last 2 laps. So you know, I knew if I just kind of picked off cars one by one and kind of just put myself in, would be fine. But yeah, I knew that you know, being the bottom was probably going to be okay if they were to wreck, and you know, we're just lucky to you know, cross the line third, and you know, we'll take it.
Got any plans for the feature race here?
Yeah, I'd like to get up front. You know, I'd like to do that early rather than later. You know, like to, you know, take over the points lead, obviously. So to do that, we need to lead some laps and get, you know, finish in front of Brandon and Andrew. And you know, I think that you know, we can do a lot of good stuff tonight. You know, it's finished. You know, I think we're starting 15th, and it's not too far back. So we'll do everything we can to get up front early. And you know, if things don't work out the way that's supposed to, it's okay too. We'll find a way up there somehow.
Alright, good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Now, was your third place finisher out of nowhere, and I believe we're trying to get down to your time with Donnie, man. You get a copy?
Yeah, buddy, I got a copy.
Alright, man, and what a finish for you. I mean, you're going side by side, just 2 of you across the line, the wreck below you, and you're able to sneak through. But what a win. Can you describe what's going through your head as you're coming to the line with them wrecking behind you?
Just to keep it straight and keep my eyes focused on the finish line.
Hey, man, how did you manage to put yourself in that kind of a position to win the race like that?
I just kept it clean and worked my way to the front slowly, and it's tough. It's a bunch of good drivers in here. I just had my sights set on that finish line.
Hey, man, you got any plans for the feature race here?
Yeah, hopefully I can stay out of trouble, keep the car clean, and work my way to the front.
Alright, Well, thank you, Donnie. Good luck starting 13th and trying to get to the go through the feature race and try to get back to victory lane.
Thank you, man.
And there was your winner of the B main. I know we kind of mixed up the order there just a little bit. I think we went from second to third to first, which is interesting. But we're going to go ahead and try to get Gary Tarvin, driver of the number 17 machine, the last guy to make it in. Looking for him really fast. And now we have Gary Tarvin.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good, Gary. How about you?
Relieved.
Now, Gary, you're running 14th coming off turn 4, and you ended up making the race. Tell us a little about that and how excited you were when you looked at the standings and saw your position number 12.
Well, considering I started on the pole and then blew it and got way back in the pack, I started working my way up, and then it looked like I was out of it until they started wrecking, and I don't know what caused him to. The 31 Ira, so for some reason he got into the wall, and I was able to slip right past him. It was pretty cool. I didn't know for sure until after I'd crossed it that I'd actually gotten the final spot. It was a good feeling. It always is.
Yeah, well, definitely is get the final spot, and you got any plans for this A-main? What's your plan there? I know you're going to be starting in the back.
Yeah, man, I tell you, you know, the competition in this league is so tight, as you can tell from the broadcast. Just got to try and buy my time, work my way up, and see how we can do. It's going to be a battle, that's for sure.
All right, Gary, anyone you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me on a daily basis and for letting me do this all the time and hang out with all the guys.
All right, Gary. Good luck to you, man.
I appreciate you guys so much.
And coming up to join us here about J.D. Webb, the Cowboy himself. I believe he might have an announcement or just joining us. And J.D. also like to hear about how you doing, man.
Hey guys, I'm doing pretty good. Just jumping in here real quick, and thanks for the comments about the recovery, guys. And about 3.5 weeks out of heart surgery, so still recovering at home. It's a long road to go here. But a huge announcement coming out of ETV Live this week, hooking up a deal with LSR TV. Made the acquisition here about 2 days ago. Laura Lawson. It was an obvious choice. She's committed. She's aggressive. And she puts out an outstanding looking product. So it made perfect sense for ETV Live to talk to her about acquiring LSR TV. That's going to allow us to expand our services and, of course, offer more. And look for that coming here in the next few months here from ETV Live. So lots of things happening here. And remember, ETV Live is your online auto sports entertainment network, and I'll tell you, the best of the best right here at ETV Live. Thanks, Dakota.
Thank you, JD. Glad to hear from you once again here. But I believe while we're waiting on the feature race to be set up here, and so we can go ahead and get racing, we're going to go ahead and step away. And we're waiting. Hold on, we're waiting. Stephen Azeni is something so important that we're going to wait.
Oh, no, we can take the break. We need to do a debate when we come back.
Oh, I heard wait, and it was debate. Okay, we're all good here, but now we're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back again. This is ETV Live, powered by the HD Radio Network. And again, you're watching Super Speedway Cup, SSSeries.com.
It's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Travis, start your engine!
Michael Conti comes up at a corner number 4 in the checkered flag. He wins his first NASCAR iRacing. InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
We're back live at Talladega Super Speedway with the A feature race, basically the feature race, the A main, as some like to call it here, and just about 6.5 minutes remaining of the practice session. Final practice before we go racing 30 laps at Talladega Super Speedway. I am Dakota Ehrman, again joined by Steven Azzini, John Wessling up pushing the buttons on the camera, on the cameras, and displaying all those pretty overlays you get to see all night. JD Webb hanging around us also, and you just got to hear from him just a little while ago. Glad to hear from him. Glad he's okay. But Steven, I believe it's time for the Azzini-Ehrman debate, I want to say.
Yeah, if I had some topic, I'd tell it to you, but I don't have anything, so go ahead.
Well, see, he's been trying to get you to this debate, and I can't think of a topic, so...
you can debate about a topic if you like.
We're going to start taking suggestions, really.
I mentioned that last week, and no one had anything. I mean, I don't know. If anyone watching right now has an idea, just message it to me, if you can.
Chat room's there for also. I mean, you don't have to have an actual password to get into the chat room, just so you know. You can actually chat with us all race long. We'll respond. Somebody will respond. We'll get your question answered either way there, though. But anyway, while we're here waiting with this time gap we have, why don't we go ahead and start talking about some of the sponsors about the VRC Mark II virtual racing seat, a simulation racing cockpit designed by championship race car driver Bob Earl. Who better than a real race car driver to design a simulation racing cockpit? As a former race car driver, Bob Earl knows what it means to be comfortable in the cockpit. The design features a fully adjustable seat and frame, additional monitor stand, and shifter mount sold separately. Proud sponsor of the 2013 RSR Full Throttle Cup Series, a high quality and affordable virtual racing cockpit priced at just $349 plus shipping. See it today at www.bobearlracing.com and check them out. They actually gave one out for the Real Sim Racing RSR Full Throttle Cup Series last season to Landon Huffman, and actually R.J. Williams actually ended up with the seat in the end. And he's putting it to good use this season, trying to win another one for himself, which is pretty cool. And do want to also mention HT Radio Network, because we are ETV Live, powered by the HT Radio Network. So home of the ETV Live Radio, the HT Radio Network gives you a variety of stations to choose from, including Big 80s Metal, all HDR Classics, all HDR Country, and more. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude. HT Radio Network stations are featured on iTunes Radio, TuneIn Radio, and also listen in the Windows Media Guide. Listen today from HTRadionetwork.com, or take it with you. Get the mobile app from TuneIn.com.
Yeah, some great things, all those apps and sponsors you talked about. So, I know the Bob Rowe Racing chair. I wish I had a chair like that, Dakota.
Fantastic seat, especially. Bob Rowe does a fantastic job. Still trying to convince him to broadcasting seat. I think if we plug it enough on the air, he'll eventually get to it. But I believe Azini came up with an idea. He's trying to come up with an idea for the Azini Airman debate. He's still trying to keep this thing going. I think it's gonna die eventually. But anyway, he wants to talk about the Road to Pro. I've never actually even paid attention to this deal. But how about I know Azini knows quite a bit about it.
Yeah, I do, I guess. I know I'm sitting 20th in points right now, 2.5. After we finished 2 weeks, and we've gotten about a weekend so far for the season. So it's been fun though. I know had a couple good weeks so far. Didn't really get to finish the Need for Bristol yet, but we have 3 more races. It's definitely a new kind of dimension with having 4 races a week now and the shorter season. So the average points to make it's gonna be a lot higher, Dakota.
Yeah, and again, I wouldn't know the first thing about that because, I don't... well, when I spend my time racing, I'm generally wrecking the field. Example, Tuesday night, ETV The Series. That was kind of fun until the field got wrecked. But I'll tell you what, I do want to talk about... how about Monday night was Real Sim Racing at Las Vegas? That was kind of an interesting race. You do want to go... if you can't find it, go back to the EMAX on the ETV website. The ePlay, I do believe, is also on YouTube. Real Sim Racing had a pretty good race at Las Vegas in the Generation 6 car. Same thing Thursday night, only the B car, nationwide car, was just kind of cool. I believe Tuesday night was ETV The Series at Las Vegas. Wednesday night, the Maritime iRacing League at Bristol. Actually, it's going to be at Stafford Motor Speedway. I want to say the Stafford Motor Speedway. That's going to be fun to watch. It might be South Boston. I'm kind of confused at which one it's going to be. All I know is it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Always is with the MIRL guys, but man, we got a pretty full schedule here.
Yeah, ATV always full. Like we said, the new acquisition of LSR TV, taking more and more requests. So definitely a busy schedule here at ETV.
And do you want to talk about Super Speedway Cup Series still a little bit more? And going to their homepage of the website, they actually do have a website up again. That is ssseries.com. Also known as superspeedwaycup.com. They actually have a pretty tight points battle up, and I do want to say. It is Brennan Chaburko leading that points battle as we're going to Super Speedway Cup Season 3. I mean, if you want to find those point standings, you got ssseries.com up, get a point standing, Super Speedway Cup in Season 3. And you can see this while we're doing. I believe John Wessling might also have it overlay up. But Brennan Chaburko leading the points once again when we come into this race with Andrew Berger in 2nd position, Rod Flagg in 3rd position with Michael Bowles in 4th, Marcus Lambert in 5th. And again, the top 5 separated by 13 points. Rodney Wofford 6th, Gary Schenk 7th, Terrence Donovan 8th, Jose Ramirez, I do want to say, in 9th, Steve Bushy in 10th. 25 points separate the top 10. So I mean, we do have a pretty good field here, a pretty good points battle going on. So, but I tell you what, go ahead, step away, and go down trackside at least for the national anthem here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
And now trackside for the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And starting from the pole, Chris Jennings in the 88 after winning the Trophy Dash. Andrew Berger starting in second, driving the number 24 machine.
Starting third will be the 6 of Marcus Lambert, and outside of him, the 42 of Victor Bartlett.
Rodney Wofford starting fifth, and the 7 machine with Brandon Chaburko in the 39 on his outside.
Glenn Hedrick starts in 7th, and Gray Davis in 56 on the outside of him in 8th.
Chance Manning going to start in the 9th position with Frank Busiala in 10th.
Rusty Greer will start 11th, and Michael Pimpere on the outside of him in 12th.
Donnie Garitano, winner of the B main, will start 13th with Jared Haggerty on his outside of the 57 machine.
Rod Flagg in the 23 will start in 15th, and Matt Bontempi will start 20th.
16th, and then starting 17th will be Phil Foltz, and I believe you got confused because Matt Bontempi in the 20 car, but Terrence Donovan starting 18th.
Whoops, yeah, I did see that. Steve Bushy in 19th, and Kerry Witt is in 20th.
Tyler McDonough starting 21st with Matt Burkhart on his outside in 22nd.
Gary Schenk, 23rd, and outside him, Gary Tarvin starting 24th. I guess there's no points provisional this week.
And I'll tell you what, Steven, man, final thoughts before we go green flag racing, working through 3 and 4 here.
No, hopefully we can see a good race, 30 laps. These guys have to be patient if they want to win. You got to position yourself properly, and it should be a great race.
Indeed, as we work through 3 and 4, about a bit of a stretch here as we pace here. Again, caution still off. 30 laps. This is a little bit longer. That B main kind of closed up pretty quickly. Didn't even realize it. Looked up. We're lap 14 into the race. Pretty good racing all race. I expect to see the same here. Only more cars. Largest field of the night. I do want to say so. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch here with Chris Jennings leading them to the green flag after winning the feature race, or the Trophy Dash. Again, Andrew Berger starting in 2nd position. So here we go. Pace car getting set to dive off. It will be a long drive down the tri-oval before we go green flag racing.
Yeah, it should be exciting. Chris Jennings going to lead us away. Andrew Berger on his outside. And that's about it. So these guys, 30 laps. It's going to be a long race. You don't want to wreck. You don't want to lose the draft. Should be exciting. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Chris Jennings gets a good start. 24, even better start. So we're going to see which line gets hooked up first and who can take the lead.
And Jennings, he's rolling away. He's not really rolling away. He's kind of staying side by side with Berger, but Berger had a pretty good run. He's already got help. He's got the 42 on his bumper. A lot of these guys are already familiar with each other from tonight and earlier throughout the season. Say Bartlett and Berger working the outside, Lambert and Jennings on the inside, but Jennings and Lambert not hooked up, so we're watching Bartlett and Berger work the outside, kind of hooked up a little bit more, so they're going to have more momentum coming down the backstretch and going to be door-to-door with those guys on the inside heading into turn number 3.
Yeah, you got the Jeff Gordon fan club on the outside right now. On the outside of Chris Jennings and Marcus Lambert. So these guys trying to make some progress on the outside, almost with a 3-car tandem with 39 of Chaburko up there, but not quite able to do it yet. And right now we come out of turn 4. Jennings looks to have a comfortable lead, but nothing's really comfortable here at Talladega.
Yeah, especially with this Olympian lap 1 to lap 30. Long ways to go. I wouldn't say comfortable yet with Berger not coming with a pretty good run going into turn number 1. Will he pinch or will he kind of maybe stay out a little bit? He's going to stay even with these guys, losing a little bit of ground, but not much. We'll see that pick back up when it comes to going back out through the backstretch here. It looks like Chaburko now pushing on the bumper of the 42, who is on the bumper of the 24. That is Bartlett and Berger working the outside still, as now you see Chaburko go to the inside. That's back there sitting in, I do want to say, just about 6th position. 21 at Glenn Hendrick will have to back off the bumper of the 7. He'll have to back up pretty good so as to not run into the 39, and that will check up the 76 to Busiala as well.
Look at the 73, Terrence Donovan, 3 wide up the middle already. He's making moves. He's coming to the front. I believe he had a really good finish in the B-main, if I'm not mistaken, or did he get wrecked? I can't remember, but he was making moves there on the last lap. Took 3 wide up the middle, and he's going to do it again here. Looking up the middle, it's going to close up, though, but he's already moved up from the 18th position all the way up into the top 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the 73, Terrence Donovan, yeah, who you're talking about there, he actually was wrecked in the final lap of the B-main, crossing around the finish line, so that will kind of put him a little bit further back than he the line. I want to say about 5th or 6th, but able to recover. I would say for being spun, he was going for a top run there, but up front, Lambert and Bartlett now hooked up, and Lambert has a huge run, but Bartlett, or not Bartlett, but Berger, actually kind of getting off his bumper a little bit. He's going to be like maybe trying to cool down the car or something. We'll hook that car wrong. We'll lose a lot of time on the inside. It came back. That's Jennings and Wofford on the inside, the 88 and the 7.
Yeah, 3, 4 wide throughout the field right now. Oh, 3 wide for one row, but the 20 Bontempi finally gets it sorted out. Doesn't lose the draft, and we have a battle for the lead again, Dakota. 6 of Marcus Lambert on the outside right now. Was in the lead going into turn 3, but not anymore as the 88 Chris Jennings pulled back out front with Rodney Wofford on his bumper.
And how about back there, the 56, a little ways back. He's kind of riding in line. That is Gray Davis. He's back there behind Glenn Hedrick, back there at 10th position. And I'm kind of watching him just riding around. It just basically looks like he's trying to stay out of trouble, waiting for this line in front of him to move. Hedrick and Bartlett in front of him, those two quite a way separated from each other. And Bartlett also hanging off of the 24. Here comes Busiala, almost looking 3 wide, not quite. Looks like he wanted to go 3 wide or not, so I'm not really sure what that was about. Maybe try to cool the car down. See, now gets to the bumper of Chaburka. We'll back off, try to cool back down, or try to get out of the way so we can see what's going on in front of him here.
Oh, connection problems up front. Guess who that is? It's 7 Rodney Wofford. He blinked out there. And the 88, oh, that's almost a wreck. Chris Jennings moved out far outside because he wasn't comfortable with being pushed by a blinking car.
73-42. 73's around. He's got to take the 0.
Okay, there it is.
04 chance standing around 73 at Terrence Simon.
23's on the apron
there. That
still.
was 8th position.
That was scary.
Yeah, looks like he came up into the 42. The 42 kind of came back down into him. And now it's been the 73 down into the 04. Those two would lose control of the cars. And everybody else would just be just about fine here. The 23, Rod Flagg stuck underneath the apron, but able to get back up finally on the track. And he'll be back in just about 10th position or around there.
Yeah, field separated a little bit there. 12, 71, and 56. We're 3 wide for a minute. Still 3 wide behind them, almost in the back of the pack now. Actually, is the back of the pack. The 56, the 44, and the 3. That's Giordano in the 3. Burkhart and the way outside Gray Davis, but they got sorted out now. 1277 makes contact. Rusty Greer and Steve Bushy. And right in front of them, Kerry Witt. And he's by himself. 21, Glenn Hedrick. It's a little bit frustrating, and still getting pushed by Rod Flagg as they try to reel in the front pack.
And it is Rodney Wofford and Brendan Chaburka leading the way. A little bit of a gap over, I do want to say, Marcus Lambert and Frank Busiala up front for 3rd and 4th. So those two, again, holding off the lead here pretty well here.
Yeah, I think there might be a little lag drafting going on here with the 7 car, Rodney Wofford, and the 39 of Brendan Chaburka. They're going 205 miles an hour into turn 1, and they're going to swap now, but expect their lead to shrink dramatically here.
Possibly, and looking back there, how about Bartlett and Andrew Berger hooked back up there for 5th and 6th position with Matt Bontempi in the 43, also behind them, kind of looking to the outside. They're going to be 3 wide now because Bartlett going to the outside, trying to give the 24 air. It looks like he's going to hold off the 20 and the 43 by himself. Looks like Berger's going to lose a lot of time here, though. Chris Jennings kind of sneaking back up into that picture right behind them.
Yeah, the pack should be reformed eventually. The front 4 are all caught up. These guys need to get in line behind them right now. I know if Victor Bartlett's down, still leading this 2nd pack, but if they get lined up, I think they'll have a shot to come up and maybe challenge these guys.
They may, as we're now double file, just about 2 wide, about 4 or 5 rows deep here, back here for just about 5th position. And Bartlett and Matt Bontempi leading that.
Yeah, a lot of cars, 2x2x2, but 2x2x2 behind them. And here comes looking the pack, but nothing's happening. Everyone's running 2x2 right now, trying to eventually get clear and catch that front pack. Matt Bontempi in the 43 makes some slight contact there. That's Tyler McDonough. They're trying to push, but it looks like the 43 might be hot.
He may be hot. You'll have to watch here and see what's going to happen here. It looks like he's faking out a little bit. He's trying to keep it cool, but it's no different than the 24 is riding off of the 42. So they're making more time up there on the outside, staying somewhat connected. It looks like the 20 is going to lead the 43 hanging. He'll come right down in front of the 42. You might see the 42 and 20 get hooked up before the 21 and 43. Again, the Bontempi, Bartlett, the 43 is Tyler McDonough with the 21 and Glenn Hedrick following in behind him. How about Rod Flagg also behind that group?
Yeah, these guys aren't really making any progress yet, and the lag train up front's going to continue as Rodney Wofford gets back out in front of Chaburka. So they're going to go fly by the 6 and 76 of Lambert and Busiala, and they're going to go 205 in front of the whole field if that lag continues to hold up, and that's not helping the 2nd pack at all.
Definitely is not. What is helping the 2nd pack, though, is now they're hooked up up front for the lead of the 2nd pack back there in 5th position. Matt Bontempi and Bartlett hooked up. That's a strong pairing. They're pretty good together and doing a fantastic job of kind of running away a little bit from this group. Can maybe pull these guys up there, but up front, like you said, it is Wofford and Chaburko hooked up. They're now working the outside of Busiala and Lambert. Lambert trying to get in line with those guys, so he's jumping the outside, leaving Busiala all by himself, and you'll see those two leaders kind of take off like they're like they just were sent out of a cannon.
Yeah, if you look at their speeds right now, they're going 206, no draft. Yeah, that's called lag drafting for the folks at home that don't know about that. It's when the car blinks and then you drive through them and you go a lot faster than you really should, and that's what they're doing right now. And it's also illegal, but I don't know if the league has the rule book against it or whatnot. I don't think he did it intentionally, but look how big of a lead they have.
It's illegal. Watch out, they could go to jail for that, guys.
That's very true. I mean, you know, Nim might come knocking at your door.
Alright. Never know. You never know, right? But how about Lambert still leading? Now Lambert and Busiala leading the second pack because the second pack has caught everybody but those two leaders who have taken off, doing 201, 202, all up there by themselves there. It looks like Wofford having a problem once again, so we're just waiting on the second pack to maybe run down the lead pack.
Yeah, they're making a swap up front. The second pack's just under one shot to get back up right here with them swapping the 7. They don't get the lag opposite way. It's only when the 7's getting pushed, so they're going to make a run here, and my lead match Marcus Lambert leading the second pack. They're going to run these guys down here. They got a big speed boost here. They're about 4 miles an hour faster. They're almost there now. They'll be there by the time we get, I think, start-finish line next time by, or even before that.
And watching this pack, the second pack that is catching the leaders, I mean, they're about 2 by 2. From, I do want to say, 5th and 6th on back. Quite a while there. Just 2 by 2 by 2 by 2.
Probably by a couple more 2s. I haven't really looked back there. Oh, not really. Never mind. But I could go through all the rows. I think there are about 8 2s there. Eventually, I don't know. I don't feel like doing the math again. But Brandon Chaburko still up front. Rodney Wofford. And hey, look, the second pack's there. Marcus Lambert going to the high. So almost. Never mind. Greg Busiala and him hook bumpers a little bit. 42 up high now of Victor Bartlett all by himself. I thought Bontempi may sneak in 3 wide on the bottom.
He might. Watching what's happened, it looks like Bontempi now going underneath the 42 of Bartlett. Terrence Donovan in the 73 up high. He's going to get lapped down after spinning earlier. And now they're switching up front, so Chaburko and Wofford switching. That's going to put the 6 of Lambert and Busiala on the inside going for the lead here. Is now the outside, those two that just switched kind of checking up a lot of the field, a lot of the outside cars there. Looks like they might not be able to get away now. The pack is here, the pack is back.
Yeah, here comes the lag draft. This is going to be scary going 3 wide with the 7. 3 wide for the lead still. Lambert, the unlucky guy in the middle right now, going backwards. Yes, I see it works, Dakota. I mean, if you're lagging going 205, it works.
It does work. As you see these two on the outside coming with, you know, nobody can stop them here. They're coming with a huge run on the outside.
3 wide still in the back, or for 3rd. Still 3 wide behind them. Bartlett out on the outside. Lambert in the middle. Here comes Glenn Hedrick. He's going to push Marcus, and 42 is going to continue to drop back. He has no help in that 3rd lane.
None at all. You should watch that 42, that lonely 42, going backwards in a hurry now as he goes. Rod Flagg and Steve Bushy now going around him. They were.
Rod seems to come out of nowhere every race.
Outside lane.
Yeah, Dakota. Rod seems to come out of nowhere every race, I've noticed. He starts in the back. I think he started this one like 20th. He started this one a little better than that. He started 15th, but he seems to just hang in the back all race long and methodically work his way to the front by about halfway.
Speaking of halfway, we're lap 14, coming to get lap 15 here when the leaders cross the line. It does not mean we're halfway. 1 lap from halfway. But I tell you what, with just about 16 laps remaining here at Talladega Super Speedway, some great racing action. We're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with. We'll take it the rest of the way. How about that? Here at ETV Live, powered by the A Shooter Network. Again, this is the Super Speedway Cup, SSSeries.com.
InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
Landon Huffman coming to a comfortable lead, coming out of 2. He's got about 8 car lengths, put it half a second over Dwayne Vincent as Chad Cole works the number 2 spot.
Time is running out. Vincent's got it. Cole wants it to the wall. Chevrolet puts the bumper to the 13 of Vincent. Vincent not backing down. He's in second. You know, we got one car on the bottom of the 10 car.
And we're back live at Talladega Super Speedway once again with the Super Speedway Cup. Again, SSSeries.com. And what a points battle we have. I believe Chaburko and Berger, those two were the top 2. And they're respectively 1 and 4 currently on the track, because now Chaburko working the outside lane. But during the commercial break, Frank Musiala, driving the number 76 machine, he blew up. He was running up front, and now he's not. He's going to be nowhere to be seen. Just looks like his car just kind of grenaded.
Yeah, that happens when you push for too long and you get the engine too hot. I mean, he might not even have been hot. He might have been, you know, not even blinking. Sometimes that happens with these engines. They seem to blow up randomly. But Rodney Wofford and Brandon Chaburko still doing the lag dance up front. They're still our leaders and pulling away once again, as they do every time they seem to get the 7 out front. Andrew Berger in 3rd right now, being pushed by Chris Jennings at 4th. So that points battle is very close. Rod Flagg, another guy up there in points. He's sitting up here in the top 10 as well.
Everybody. It seems like a lot of these guys up here running very well in points, and it is a close points battle. And currently, your points leader, Brandon Chaburko, runs 2nd position to Rodney Wofford, driver of the number 77 machine. They've still got that lag draft, I do want to say, going, because they are taking away, or taking off. Whoa.
Yeah, they've been doing that all race long. Chris Jennings hops up the outside in front of the 20, went on Tempius for 4th place. And so these guys still have to stay in line to catch. Oh, they swapped behind in front of them. Never mind, they'll be right there in a better lap. But so Chaburko's in a good shape right now, working with the 7 to Rodney Wofford, having that lag, everything. He's able to stay up front. He's going to be able to retain his points lead as long as nothing goes wrong here towards the end.
Yeah, as long as nothing goes wrong, and that's a big if, or a big as long as, because you know, he might be leading that, but we still have over 10 laps remaining, 11 exactly, 10 at the line. So anything can happen still, at any time now.
Yeah, 10 laps is a long time around here. We've seen that races have all been at least over 10 laps so far tonight. This one times 3, but they're just guys doing a wonderful job so far. Not to have, I think, 1 wreck so far, so that's pretty good.
Definitely here. Now, but I do want to look at Andrew Berger, driving another 24 machine. Currently sitting in about 4th position, showing 5th last time across the line, but will be 4th this time when he crosses the line. Maybe as long as he beats both 10 beats the line. He's on the bumper of the 88 of Chris Jennings, your B main, or not B main, but your Trophy Dash winner. And again, Berger won last week in the feature race, so Berger not unfamiliar to victory lane, so he's kind of in a pretty good spot as he's been since the start of the race here.
Yeah, he's been doing a fantastic job keeping that car out of trouble up front so far, and I think that's a strategy. You know, you want to stay up front in super feeder races. You don't want to be in the back where the trouble is, and especially with no cautions, because if you don't get a caution and there's a wreck and you have to check up, you're done. So this guy's doing a wonderful job up front still. Rodney Wofford still the leader with that lag. Oh, Chaburko, big push, and well, that's going to get them back out front. So once again, Chaburko just using the 7 to his advantage and going back to the lead, or 2nd, but you know, to the lead as a tandem.
Yeah, just about 14 cars in this lead pack up here, and almost all of them 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, minus the first 4 cars that are kind of spread out just a little bit. But we have a bit of a race back here in the back of the field. I see Rod Flagg, I think, back there moving around and switching lanes and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the pack. I just looked back and half the pack's gone. So we're down to 13. Oh, we're out. 21, Glenn Hedrick, what a save. Oh, 6, Marcus Lambert on the apron. Coming back up, he's going to save it as well. Okay, great driving by these guys here to keep their cars under control and not die. So, great job by them, and they might lose the draft here, though.
I don't no, I think Hedrick lost it, but he saved it. He's going to come down and get Lambert. He might save Lambert here, but there's a car in front of them that might lose the draft. I did want to say that might be Gary Shank in the 25.
He got help in the 77, I think. Oh, never mind. He might be okay, I think.
He might.
He's still in there, draft, and if these guys check up here, he'll have a big run, and he'll get back up there.
Yeah, and Chris Jennings and Andrew Berger work on the outside lane now. They do have company on the inside. I see Steve Bushy now trying to challenge on the inside lane with help from the, I believe it's the number 30. That's not the 30, that's the 89. Where did he come from? Kerry Witt.
Well, he's not Kevin Harvick. He came from the 20th starting position, Dakota. Out for the lead. Oh, they're trying to swap up here. Yeah. I think Rodney Wofford top.
I think so, but I don't think it matters because here comes Berger to the went bunt tip. He just turned to 57 to Haggerty.
Oh, save it, Haggerty. No, he's not saving. Oh, Rusty Greer, big collision. He's on the lid. Oh, there's more cars on the lid. The 23 had Rod Flag on the lid. The 25 Gary Shank on the side. A lot of cars blowed up. There's smoke all over the track, but we're going to stay green because there's no cautions in this race.
Big hit for Rod Flag, who was sitting third in points. Unfortunate for the driver number 23 machine. I believe that might end his night because we saw a lot of smoke coming from that machine. And now up front it is Chaburko and Rodney Wofford on the outside. A ways back have switched, and now the 7 is back up front. So here we'll watch these guys go back around the inside lane. All 4 cars on the inside lane. Just the 2 of them with no problem, looks like here. No challenge whatsoever.
There comes that lag on the outside line. The 7 at Wofford's blinked a couple times this race, and that's what's causing this, for those wondering that are watching. And the 7 blinks, and that causes connection to be really bad, and that means Chaburko's is pushing him, and he's going through his bumper. She lost some kind of speed boost. I don't know how that works, but it works.
Definitely, and how about those 2? They've kind of taken off here a little bit and left the other 4 cars kind of in the dust again.
Yeah, Dakota, I'm going to pay attention to the lap times here. We're going to see what kind of lap times those guys run and what kind of lap times these guys run behind them. I'll let you know what they are here when we get to the line. Rodney Wofford's lap time right here, 46.818. We're going to go back in the field, 47.898 for Kerry Way. That's like a second difference. And they're in the draft.
Ooh, that's not good. These guys have kind of taken off unchallenged up front. And 5 laps remaining, 4 at the line. You see the 7 still having troubles once again up there. He's just kind of in trouble. I think things could go bad, though. I don't think they have this thing locked up. Things could still go bad. And now they're switching up front, and this is generally when that second pack usually catches them. But as now the second pack switches, I don't know.
There's 3 wide.
Maybe get this thing going.
3 wide, second pack. 24, Berger makes the move up high. It's Chris Jennings. Chris Jennings is hot, I guess. They're going to 3 wide again. Yeah, they're not going to make up the time doing this.
They definitely won't. I think they only see 1 or 2 more switches from those 2 leaders. So, I mean, they won't have much of a chance, especially with the 7. When he gets up front, they're gone. So, I mean, this could seal the fate for these guys as long as the 7 and the 39 don't really mess up here.
Yeah, definitely. These guys have good swaps. They get the 7 back out front, push him around, get another 2 seconds ahead, and they'll be fine.
It definitely is. That second pack still not really closing in a whole lot here. We're gonna go and look at the lap times like we did last time. If you were to look at them, last time by was a 48.1 to a 47.7. So we'll have to see again when they cross the line this time what it looks like from our first and second and third and fourth place cars here. So here we go across the finish line. I want to say about 3 laps remaining here. 3 laps remaining here, and we're watching a 47.8 as they go to switch to a 47.4. So it was actually 0.4 of a second difference. The third and fourth place car had actually made up a lot of time there, but looks like they put the 7 back up front. So bye bye.
Yeah, I think the lag draft's gone, Dakota. This is gonna be a race.
It might be. We'll have to watch here. Now they go to switch, so this could change things once again.
Yeah, 39 is not going through the 7 anymore. They're back to normal speed. That's fantastic news for the rest of the field. Well, there's not much of a field left, but for the rest of the guys left in the race.
Yeah, it's closing in on 2 laps remaining. Coming to get lap 29. It is Rodney Wofford leading the way again. Brandon Chaburko in second. Chris Jennings in third position with Andrew Berger in fourth. Kerry Witt sitting in the 5th position with Steve Bushy in 6th, Marcus Lambert in 7th, and Donnie Gaetano in 8th. Tyler McDonough in 9th, and Gray Davis sitting in 10th position. Only 11 cars on the lead lap. Michael Pimpere will be the last car on the lead lap, 42 seconds out with Gray Davis. Him and both those cars working together, I do believe.
Yeah, Dakota, we're coming down to get the white flag, Dakota. These 4 guys looks like they're the only ones left in contention, unless they're wrecked. Who do you got?
Well, I don't know. Here we go. As I just heard from John Wesley, gonna quote this. Here they go. So, you know, it's gonna be a race to the finish, I guess. We're gonna have to watch. I want to say Jennings he's been strong. He's got a lot of help from Berger. We've seen this lag draft work, but it looks to be gone. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. We'll watch them. They're side by side heading to turn number 1 and 2 for the final time here in the green flag racing conditions. And looks like the 88. He's kind of backing off a little bit. He's losing a little bit of time here, but here they come. They should have the run going down the backstretch, door to door here. Looks like the 88. He's gaining the 24. Definitely pushing it pretty well, but got to see what happens in turns 3 and 4 and how much time they make.
Yeah, Dakota. These are the front 2 guys in points here, the 39 and the 24. Traburco's going to clear. He's going to make a move high right here. Wait for it. Wait for it. He's not going to be able to... Oh, no, he's not going to be able to make the move. Not enough time. He's going to have to push. Here comes the 88 Chris Jennings. He's having a big run. They almost touch. Berger goes to the inside. 39 to the outside. Not going to have enough time to make this move. 24 Berger to the inside. No, they're going to wreck after the line. No. Traburco, keep your car. You don't want to lose points for having a post-race penalty. But 7, Rodney Wofford takes home the win. So... lag drafting seemed to work for Rodney Wofford and Brandon Traburco. They're going to take home positions number 1 and 2. Andrew Berger, P3. Chris Jennings at 4. Steve Bushy rounds out the top 5. So, top 2 guys in points finish 2nd and 3rd, Dakota.
Wow, what a race there. What a race.
Yeah, it was exciting. Especially good for a finish once again by these guys. Well done.
And we are looking to try to get driver number 7 on the radio here. And I have found him. There he is. So trying to get this set up, and Rodney Wofford, Dakota Remmen up the broadcast booth to get a copy, man.
Yes, I got you.
Man, you did it. If you got to victory lane, man, what a race for you.
Yes. Say that again, I couldn't hear you.
I say you got to victory lane, you finally did it, man. What a race for you.
Oh, man, awesome race. Me and Brandon got a little bit of that lag draft, and we used it as much as we could, and actually we lost it there at the end. But, man, it's awesome to get a back-to-back tally win.
Man, could that have gone out at a worse time for you or what?
Yeah, it was scary, but I knew Brandon, he's a great drafter, he's a pusher, everything, and it worked out. But it was scary, but once I seen Andrew lift to get some air, I knew we made it.
And when Brandon going to the outside, were you concerned whatsoever?
Actually, no, I wasn't. I knew I had it. And
All right.
all thanks to Brandon on that.
All right, and Brandon was the points leader, so the points leader pushing you to victory lane here tonight. Man, going to go ahead and finally ask you, man, who makes it happen for you here?
I tell you, everyone here in the league makes it happen. You know, Kenny Holderman, James Dorsey, Rod Flagg, Gary Tarvin-Gary, everybody in here makes it happen. Brandon, Andrew, everybody here, you know, my family, mom, dad, my brother, his wife, my niece and nephew and all that. Everybody here, you know, especially Rod for putting it on. It's just awesome, man.
All right, thank you, Rodney, and look forward to seeing you again here soon at Daytona International Speedway, I believe, next week. What a win. Congratulations, and like I said, we'll see you next week.
Thanks. Appreciate it, guys. You guys do a heck of a job.
Thank you, sir. And there was your winner tonight. Now we're going to go ahead, step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with your second and third place finishers.
listeners where you can hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks, HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
And we're back live at Talladega Super Speedway with the post-race show brought to you by Gary Mercer Trucking. And do you want to go ahead and go down to Steven, who's standing by with your second place finisher?
Yeah, I've caught up with our second place finisher, Brandon Chaburko. Brandon, it seemed like you were up front all race long. Tell us about how you were working with the 7-car Rodney Wofford and how you guys almost took the win. Or how you took the win, you finished second.
Yeah, I mean, Rodney there, we had the lag draft going on. I mean, as a driver, it's just something you got to take advantage of. And, I mean, we were getting pretty good runs there when I was pushing him. And it was just, you know, pretty normal drafting when he was pushing me. And I was just, you know, staying out front enough to cool down my engine to try and get a lead on the pack. And it worked out.
Yeah, it seemed like you were trying to make that last lap move there. And tell us about how that move went wrong there coming out of turn 4.
Chris was too close to me when I originally really wanted to make my move, and then he went up, and it was just too late.
Alright, Brian, and what would you like to thank?
Rod for putting on this lead for sure, because none of us would be here every Friday night.
Alright, Brandon, good luck to you in the upcoming weeks, and congrats on holding on to your points lead.
Thank you.
And there was your second place finisher. Now, and I do believe Berger has finally become available. We were going to talk to Chris Jennings. We'll still talk to Chris Jennings. But now we have Andrew Berger finally available, who finished in third position. I do want to say, yeah, third. Berger, man, you actually had to go around Chris Jennings to get to third position. Kind of barely stuck your way in there. So what a job by you getting into third position and finishing right behind points leader Brandon Chaburko.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, my engine was getting hot, blinking since the backstretch, and unfortunately I couldn't keep pushing it. I didn't want to risk blowing it and losing my top 5 position. So, yeah, I ducked down low and tried to get a run off to the start-finish line and see if I could get by Brandon and Rodney, but they were hooked up this race.
Berger, man, we talked to you before the race. I do want to say we talked to you before the race, and when we talked to you about your strategy, and you were able to kind of do it again. I mean, you finished first last week in the feature race, and now you're going to finish third. I mean, what's your secret?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just being patiently aggressive, to be honest. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You have to stay up front. You have to make your moves and try to be patient, get aggressive at the same time. It's a good group of guys, but we can go 3 wide without problem for the most part. It's just picking the right lane, either the bottom or the top if it's moving, or just keeping your engine cool for the right time at the end and just staying out of trouble.
All right, well, thank you, Andrew. And is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd just like to keep thanking Rod again just for putting on this league, and thank you for Chris for working with me there at the end. I think we did a good job tonight.
All right, and there was Andrew Berger, who finished in third position. Now I want to go ahead and throw it down to Steven Zenny. He's got to talk to our fourth place finisher real fast.
Yeah, I'm here with Chris Jennings. Chris, I know we talked to you earlier. You knew you started up front, and tell us about how that race and how your strategy played out.
Yeah, man, it went pretty good. Finally hooked up with Andrew there, and I know he's real patient, so I just stayed behind him and waited to see what he was going to do, and we ended up catching the pack there and getting a top 5 anyways.
All right, Chris, and I don't know if we asked you earlier, but is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank Super Speedway Cup and Rod Flag, and thanks for you guys broadcasting it again.
Thank you, Chris. Congrats on your 4th place finish.
All right, thanks, you guys.
And there was Chris Jennings, again, your 4th place finisher, as just stated. But J.D. Webb has once again joined us in the broadcast booth. Again, always glad to hear from him. And J.D.
You bet. Hey, guys, just figured I'd stop in here at the end of this thing, help you close it out. Want to remind everybody, on Monday nights, 9:30 p.m., Real Sim Racing Full Throttle Cup Series, sponsored by Bob Earl Racing, 2nd time in a row. I'll tell you what, if you haven't seen his racing seats, the virtual cockpits, BobEarlRacing.com. Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, ETV Live Team Series Racing. Halls on Post is only 17 points out in front of the SS Super Speedway Cup team here, guys. I'll tell you what, this is some kind of racing. This is not about who gets to the finish line first. It's about your team working together and moving your team as far forward as possible by the end of the night. You don't want to miss that on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. Wednesday night, we're going to take next week off. Let me say that again. Maritime iRacing League. They'll be back the following week. So we're going to be on hiatus on Wednesday night. Thursday night, 9:30 p.m., back on the saddle again with Real Sim Racing Asphalt Assault Series. And I'll tell you what, this is Asphalt Assault like you have never seen. Sponsored by Inside Sim Racing TV, Darren Ganji, Sean Cole, and the boys over there. And then, of course, on Friday night, right back here live with Super Speedway Cup Series. And I'll tell you what, I get a kick out of watching these guys. This is like late model, short track, dirt track style racing on Super Speedway plate tracks. This is really something else, guys. And if you haven't seen it, tune in next Friday night right here live at 9:30 p.m. ETV Live. Dakota, Steven Zenzi, awesome job here tonight, guys. Get us on out of here.
Thank you, JD, and again, looking forward to be here again next week at Daytona International Speedway. We got a full schedule, a large schedule ahead of us here. Don't miss any of the action. ETV always doing a good job, especially John Wessling always being here and providing some great camera angles. Got to thank him for being here again tonight, JD for being here, Steve for being here, and for all of us here at ETV Live, that's all for us, and we'll see you Monday night with Real Sim Racing.